Yeah, so I wanted to see The Substance for a while, and I didn't want to subscribe to Mubi for only one movie, so I got it from
Mm-hmm.
the library. Um, and I was really looking forward to it. So watching it there, I was pretty excited. And the more I think about the movie, I have mixed feelings about it. Like initially, as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, this is really good. It's a really good movie. And then it kind of lost me in the third act. I think that's where it kind of fell apart for me a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Well, first, let me say this. Now that I've seen everything Demi Moore has done, but she's phenomenal in this movie.
Oh yeah. No,
Probably her best work.
I saw it when it came out in the theater, and I kind of almost made it a point because I was like, wow, this seems like really, really interesting. Like I feel like, I might be missing out if I don't go see this in the theater. And then so I went, and you're 100% right, man. Like Demi Moore is amazing in the
Yeah.
movie. Like she is 100% the reason to go see. I was so happy for her, and I was so excited. Like as I was watching, I was like, wow, this is great. This
Yeah.
is so good. Like awesome, like she's just fantastic. But the movie itself, yeah, for me, I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. And then when it gets to the third act, it does just kind of feel long, and it kind of, for me, it fell apart. I know other people, they love this movie
Yeah.
and they like rave about it, but I've seen Guar. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been to Guar
Right.
concerts. I know that
Right.
show. Like for me, it wasn't like anything that I hadn't seen before.
Live.
Yeah, yeah. So the third act of this movie, when she spoiler alert, she turns into the monster, and then has that award show, bloodbath. Like I've been in that audience. It was not impactful, and I talked to a friend of mine who really liked it and said like it was amazing and it was an experience. I was like, you know what, dude, rewatch it and tell me what you think,
Yeah.
because I don't know that it has high rewatchable value.
No. I had a unique experience with this movie because I'm watching it, and I just happened to glance down at the Blu-ray player, and it said it was 43 minutes into the film. I was like, damn, this thing's cooking. We're
Uh-huh.
moving. This is good. This is great pacing. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, getting a lot of ground covered. And then somewhere in the third act, I said out loud, this is still going on. I'll tell you exactly the moment where I felt like I got lost, or they lost me, I should say, is when they finally become two different entities awake at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's her name? The young girl. Oh,
Sue.
Sue, right. When she kicks Elizabeth across the room like the Winter Soldier and goes flying for like 56 feet. I'm like, what the fuck? Just, I'm like, okay. So I was even saying, all right, you know what? Maybe she's hopped up, like on that, on the food, the marrow of the bone, so to speak. She's got a lot
Yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah.
fucking adrenaline. I was willing to overlook that. But then once we get to, the monster stage of things, I feel like the shark was jumped, and
Mm-hmm.
there was no turning back. And I feel
Yeah.
like it almost went contradictory to the point the entire film was trying to make, is about what
Mm.
women go through in this industry, where they feel like they're put out to pasture when they're no longer beautiful, or they like, because they're not beautiful, um, they have nothing to offer, so they get shoved out for the new cute thing. But my biggest gripe about it was it wasn't clear cut to me if Sue and Elizabeth shared the same consciousness, because it seems like it did, and then it didn't at the same time. And I feel like more of the inner struggle could have been seen, where like Elizabeth is inside Sue and she's like, oh, I want to stay like this, but I know if I do that, it's the wrong thing. You missed an opportunity for good struggle there.
There was
Um,
a big problem with the story, was the just the separation of the characters, and it just made Sue into a fucking imbecile.
yeah, and evil,
Like to be totally blunt, because it's like, oh, like where it lost me was when she started like basically just sucking all of the
the life out of her.
substance out of Demi's character, and like trying to stock up so she could stay out. And it's like, she knows she's gonna run out of that eventually. Like it's
Hmm.
like she knows the dosage and the amount and like time like
Yeah.
exists. Like, and when it's gone, it's gone. It would have been so much better if she had done it that one time and then like, like Elizabeth's finger like shriveled up, right? And she's like, oh shit. Okay. And she realizes like she makes the decision to like destroy herself for vanity.
Yeah.
It would have been such a stronger, I think, character move and motivation than her other personality being a selfish, evil, maniacal imbecile. Like I just
Yeah.
totally lost all compassion for the character at that point.
I really liked it, to be frank with you. I understand what you just said, and yeah, maybe they could have done something more uh, psychological on it. I agree with you. I didn't see that point when I watched it the first time, but yeah, I understand your point. But for me, everything is extreme in this movie, and that's part of the satire. It's they really wanted to make the difference between Elizabeth and Sue, and that's why they didn't really connect them. Because it's true that when you're young, you kind of stupid and you don't care about anything, and you don't have the wiseness that you got when you got older. So I understand it's the same person, but maybe the attitude as a young person makes you forget about, or don't take into account what you earned by experience. I hope I'm clear on what I'm saying. But about the movie in general, I agree that at the beginning I was really into it. I think it was a very good pacing, dynamic, and everything. I agree with you. And the end for me is grotesque, but maybe it's part of it too. Because when I remember when I came out from the theater, I was like, what's this end? I mean, I was really disappointed about the end, but maybe that's what the director wanted us to feel. Like it just stupid, the run we have after youth, sorry, when you run after youth, it's stupid when you think about it. It's superficial, and that's what it meant at the end. It's a big mess. It goes all over the place, but actually it's stupid. I don't know if I'm clear in what I'm saying, but I think
No,
that's
It's
what he wanted
stupid.
us to.
I I get what you're saying, but I will say my favorite part of the film, obviously, when she's trying to go on that date with the guy who thinks she's the most beautiful woman he's ever seen, and she can't bring herself to leave the house. So that part was heartbreaking, and Demi Moore crushed it.
Yeah.
Crushed it. I mean, so good. Just the fiddling and just the compulsion to never be satisfied with what she sees in the mirror is heartbreaking.
Hmm.
And I can only imagine what women go through. I mean, as a guy, sometimes I'm like, "Ugh, look what I look like today." I can only imagine on the other end of that, it's got to be brutal. But
Yeah.
it was a tough scene to watch.
It had a lot going for it, and again, Demi Moore is amazing, and the first half of the movie is really like captivating. It's like engaging, like when she first goes to pick it up and like the door only opens up like a little bit and she like crawls through. It's like, oh shit, where's I hope
Yeah,
she's gonna be okay. And they're like, this is kind of like sketchy. Like
this is
I'm
like Saw now. It's like
yeah, like I'm scared for her. And then she gets the stuff and like, things start happening. It's like, okay, wow, that's kind of wild. And then it just goes like down this road of like idiocy that I just can't get behind. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
and you also the strong presence of Kubrick in there. I mean, from that
And
carpet.
Cronenberg.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Kubrick and Cronenberg like all over the film, which I could forgive if it was smart about it and did its own thing and had like a better resolution and a more
yeah.
impactful resolution other than a blatant one.
Yeah, like that carpet, clearly trying to do a version of the Shining carpet, the red walls, the blood coming down the walls in the final scene. But I mean, for me, the most striking was that first time that Elizabeth goes into the bathroom, and then Dennis Quaid comes hustling in. That bathroom is right out of the Overlook Hotel.
Like if you know film the
Hmm.
way we know film, yeah, like oh that's obvious. For a younger audience who maybe hasn't seen a whole lot of films, it's like, oh well that's cool, and then
Yeah,
they realize, oh that's from this movie The Shining, oh I should go watch The Shining. And so like I get it, that's
yeah.
cool.
I really like 2/3 of this movie, and I'm what saddens me is I really was hoping I'd find like a new favorite horror movie. You know, and I didn't, and I agree with you. There for me, there's no rewatchability. Like something like The Fly, I can watch that like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
This, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying it's terrible. I just think they didn't stick the landing. It could have been a better, a more impactful ending. Like,
Yeah.
if you think about what you could deliver with that scene where she's wiping the makeup, give me more of that. Give me some more of that, some inner struggle, some like
and if
realizing what she's done to herself. Like I had it.
If they didn't divide Elizabeth and Sue, if they were one, then it would be like a self-imposed self-destruction of vanity, which would be like way more like, holy shit, yeah, you really should like just be happy with what you have, and happy with who you are, and like enjoy the ride, because nobody goes past the end, like everybody's road has an end.
Yeah, like when she calls and when she realizes the finger's all shriveled, and he's like, "Do you want to stop the experience?" I thought that's kind of where, okay, so she's going to say, "No, I don't want to stop." She's going to get addicted and then keep going. And then at the end, she's going to realize, "Oh, fuck, it's too late. I really ruined myself." But I didn't think we were going to end up where we ended up. I wish I had loved it. And it's one of those situations where I go online, I'm looking at what other people are saying about it, watching reviews. I'm like, everybody's loving this fucking movie. Am I like on another planet? Like, am I way off?
No, because there's, it's a whole other, it's what is it? It's a cognitive bias, and it's a gang mentality,
The hive mind.
Hive mind. It's all that stuff.
Yeah.